Okay, this video is for my client. Let me update him. All right, y'all. Things are moving forward. I am sure I could be done with this by Monday night, okay? If things work in my favor as far as my client entertaining me today on what my needs are. All right, here we go. This door was flimsy as heck. Had to put something on the door. I'm bringing it to the client's attention now. So now the door can open and it can close, okay? Open and close. Right now I have something petitioned in this little lock right here so it doesn't close. Right now that door would have closed on me. At the bottom, and this is temporary, I'll explain when my client get here. He has a stopper, and that stopper wasn't doing nothing, so I had to take this piece of wood and make a temporary something so he can pull the stopper out if he needs it. Now he can. But I couldn't have that stopper just sliding around. It wasn't working as far as me going in and out and putting in material. So and that's here and there. Let's see if I can put this up like this again. This is my first time actually doing it. Bingo. Okay, see? I did that so I can just push this a little, just to hold the stopper, right? It's temporary. And just to show you how well the door looks, I'm going to take this off. Watch this. Watch when the door closes. See? It just locked on itself. It's doing what it's supposed to do originally, all right? But that's temporary. So, can't have that closing on me right now. That was for security reasons, for when I'm not here, instead of putting in a screw into the top thingy. All right. Now, trash can. Trash can is here because now what I'm doing is I'm taking away a lot of material here, out of here. These little scraps, we're at the end game. A lot of these scraps now can go. I don't need them, okay? All right, real quick. What we got to do is, let me grab one of my famous pointers. I'll use this rebar. Okay, we're running out of rebar. I have 5 pieces here, including one in my hand. This took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces. This was to see if I could do a demonstration. So it's not like I went and brought a whole bunch of rebar. Just brought what I had to see if he'd agree with it. These rebars have to be cut, as you see here, just to fit in that space. I'm not going to explain how I did that, because how do you get rebar after you built the structure to go inside there? I'll save that for another talk show. Okay, as you look over here, I need now to finish up this. So I need rebar for that. I'm thinking about putting the rebar in this one more like this way. And then, I don't know, I'll figure out. I'll have to do the count later. So let's talk about rebar. I need rebar for here. I need rebar for here. I already have enough rebar. Like I said, 5 pieces I used that are sitting there to go here. I need rebar for here, I need rebar for here, and I need rebar for here. Now this size rebar that I got, I can use to go across here. But Home Depot didn't have it at the time. I have to go to the Home Depot or Lowe's and get rebar for this one. This is much longer, okay? Okay, let me see, what else? Okay, that's just the extra stuff that came about. Now, the client doesn't know about this up here. This right here, we was going to do something different. But after explaining to him, he was here one time, that this is not on pitch. There are 2 drainage points. One is that way, and one is that way. I'm not going to explain how all of this came about, but ultimately, I told him to keep that. He will have to do something to make the water go this way and that way. Now I'm going to bring something to his attention, because now I'm here and I'm working with it. What needs to happen is we need to cut this one here, cut it here. He should do it while I'm here, because I can do this while I'm here, because it'd be troublesome to do it later. Cut it here, take this whole piece out, and now put that piece over here on the outside of this roofing that we did, and put a drainage on that, because that is going to pour down water, which is going to lead to the neighbor's stuff there. So that can be salvaged. We can take that long piece out, right? Save some money on that. It's just my labor now. Pull that out while we're here, and then we can really seal that up nicely and use that and put it here. So I'm about to go up now to the roof and give them a visual. That's where these go. These here That's the siding for both sides, this one and this one. Again, that wasn't discussed before. This is all new, but we're gonna make it happen. I'm with it. We're gonna make it happen. Okay, here we are. This is the roof. Okay, I put these pieces down. It did rain. I guess today also, or last night, because it did rain yesterday, so it's all wet around here. But there we go. These are temporary, just to hold down the sheet. No rain came in here. I had to take one of these down, and to see if I was going to be happy with this door being secured, and the door is secured. I'm happy with that, because that again wasn't supposed to happen. Because we're supposed to get French doors, but it is what it is. I'm not going to get into the math for that. So we're moving forward, and we can keep it going. Again, the floor is complete. But at the last minute, on all of this wildness going on, I realized I had to cut this piece here. This here. I had to cut this piece of wood. All right? And I forgot that I had made a tunnel for this hose. So your boy ended up splitting the hose. I was like, oh no, I know that didn't happen. Yeah, it did. So yeah, this is an easy repair. And it was so funny because I had to build this to make sure he can fix his hose. And I guess it's a true test. Yeah, we can fix it. I did pull the hose out from where it was cut, because when I was cutting this right here, that line, I forgot that was under there. I totally did. It was, the last minute thing. My boy would say, I was like, after all that trying to dodge that from putting down this whole thing throughout that whole night, I did something goofy on the way out the door. Because this right here, this piece of wood was too long. It had to be cut due to the nature of how the front of this was being built. So I'll see if I can explain it to you guys. All right, you see how flush the front of this is? Like this? There's two types of pieces of wood on how they had to be made, okay? So I'll use one as an example. I need a 2x4 really, if I could find a 2x4 piece here on the floor. I can't. So I'll give you guys in this perspective. Okay, here we go. See this 2x4 piece? This piece of wood right here, that is one of these 2x4. That really goes. See how? See? It was already, that goes there. Okay. It really, really goes there, but it's not supposed to go up that high. And the reason is because then you see this gap right here, right? You see that gap? Okay. You don't see that gap here, right? You don't see that gap there. So I realized I had to cut this, the tips of this. That's why you see that line there. You get it? So when I put this in here, I'll turn it this way so you can get an idea, a visual. Take out a class today. See how flush that piece of wood is? That piece of wood needs to be flushed like that, laying this way. You get it? Laying that way, all right? But it's supposed to be here. Okay? Like that. I was like, oh boy. So that's when the last minute I had to cut it. Now I realized that I had built this freaking tunnel thing because it wasn't supposed to be here for the hose. So that's a quick fix. Ain't no serious issue. Okay, Von Sound, I'm going to submit this to the client. Hey, I'm telling you, if things go well, I could be done with this Monday night. Okay? Or Tuesday. Guarantee. So, wait for it.